Hello, Scorpio. How are you? I'm so excited you're here. This is a reading for Scorpio. I was asked to do it for Spirit. I kept hearing Scorpio needs help. They are really stuck. So I don't know what you're stuck over. I have no idea what you're thinking about. I have no idea what is troubling you, but I keep hearing Scorpios and stuck, they're troubled. They're just having a hard time, I guess, to sum it up. But Scorpio, you've been on my mind. So, as you know, I'm only doing zodiac readings right now based on when Spirit is saying read for a certain sign. So, Scorpio, you were bugging me all day long, and I finally have a moment to do a reading for you. So I'm going to use this new tarot deck I have. It's the Dream Nile Tarot deck. It's an Egyptian tarot deck. Ancient Egypt has spoken to me forever. I absolutely love this deck. It was given to me by a beautiful Capricorn who I absolutely adore. Wow, I feel like some of your cards already came out. Well, no wonder you're stuck. I can see why. I'll see if anything else wants to come out from Spirit. But that's so funny because I kept seeing the Seven of Pentacles the whole time I was shuffling for you. So that's kind of funny, Scorpio. And I'm really, really, really anxious right now. I have like anxiety. And the Hermit card was the other card I kept seeing for you too. You already have several cards out. I'm just going to see if Spirit has anything else they want for you. But I'm like really anxious right now. I feel like I'm almost gonna like hyperventilate. So I don't know if some of you are anxious about something or something that just happened or is going to happen or something you're not looking forward to. Yeah, you're stressed out. Five of Pentacles. I think you're afraid of being left behind. That's what I heard. You're afraid of being left behind, Scorpio. Yeah, I'm covered in the chills. So those of you who are new to the channel, when I'm covered in the chills, that's the way my spirit guide that I work really closely to when I do readings will confirm things. Yeah, you're really afraid of being. I'm hearing left out. Yeah, like left out. And I'm covered in the chills with that. You don't want to be left behind. I don't know if you recently saw somebody, and I don't know if this is business related. You're afraid that they're going to leave you out. And I keep getting this left out in the cold, and I'm like covered in the chills with this. Oh my gosh, I'm so covered in the chills. Yeah, you're terrified you're going to be left out. That's exactly what this is. And you can see it's almost like what I'm also getting from it too is like see how this is oh gosh, wait, what is it? It's a five-sided. I know I can hear. Why can't I think of it all of a sudden? I want to say it's not a pentagram when it's a five-sided item. Why can't I think of it all of a sudden? Why can't I think of the name of it? Pentagon. That's it. I was going to say pentagram, but that's not it. Pentagon. See this pentagon? I feel like this is you. And you feel like you're trapped in here and you can't get out. And there's all these other things going on, but there's ways like So you can see there's snakes that are traveling through here. They can all navigate. I'm hearing the pathways of the underworld, but you're stuck inside. Don't worry, 5 is a number of change. What's interesting is all these white ones look like snakes too. Snake heads. So there's all these pathways out, but I feel like you feel like you're stuck right inside. Like everyone's there, but you're stuck like isolated by yourself. Or either this has already happened and this is how you felt, or this is what you're afraid is going to happen, either long term or in the near future. So it's almost like I just want to cut my losses now, is what I'm hearing. But 5's a change. 5's a number of change, so something's going to change. So what's really interesting is oh, okay, I was going to start with this, but they're telling me to start with this card first. Okay. So you also have the 5 of wands or blades, I guess. No, 5 of wands, the 5 of wands, because it's fire energy. But it's really fascinating because it's like, this is the person you're afraid is going to leave you behind. There's another person holding on to it with you. You're so afraid they're going to, so you can see how both of you holding on tight is keeping this perfectly stable and keeping everything in alignment. But it's like the moment one of you lets go, the whole thing's going to just shift. Isn't that interesting? Do you see that? So this is the person, for some of you, I think you were just with them and you're afraid, like, I'm better off just cutting my losses now. I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. Or I feel like for a lot of you, this is a romantic connection, Scorpio. I feel like this is a romantic connection or somebody you want to be romantic with or have been romantic with, or are thinking about. So this is the person that at the bottom of the deck, I think you're afraid you're stuck here and you're like, oh, I'm just better off cutting my losses. Over here, you're both holding on equally, but you're afraid they may let go. And so it's just going to leave you alone holding on, and then like it becomes a pendulum just swinging one way kind of thing. So you're just afraid. Again, it's going to change. It's a 5. It can't stay like that. Don't worry. But you're really scared. And I can see why you're scared. Because you don't want to lose them. So Spirit's showing me how to rearrange this to explain it. So I feel like Scorpio, you Scorpios are gonna fall into two categories. Some of you are like, I'm gonna lump you together because otherwise I'm gonna end up, Scorpio, you guys do this to me all the time. It would be like, you know, a 5-hour reading. So I'm just gonna lump it into two categories. Scorpio, I'm gonna say there's one group where you are not together. Like you broke up, or you wish you could be with this person, or this is somebody you would like to date. It's that kind of thing. And then the rest of you Scorpios, you are either dating this person, have gone on dates, you are in a serious, you're exclusive, you're engaged, you're in some kind of romantic connection with this person, right? That's how I'm going to categorize it. You could be really serious and exclusive, and you could be newly dating. So there's two groups. One, you'd like to date them, you've broken up, somebody you would be interested in, and the other group is there's some kind of romantic connection over here. You're going on dates, you're exclusive, you're engaged, you're married. Otherwise y'all will have me reading for like 2 hours like you have before. And I'll have to label it all different ways. I got to split it up into 2 ways. So that's why I'm seeing fear and anxiety, because I'm anxious now. Like I feel like I want to have a panic attack. So I'm getting the energy of, it doesn't matter if you are already in this romantic group. I'm gonna call you the romantic and like the like want to be in a group in the romantic connection and the non-romantic connection group. But you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. Either way, you both are afraid that the other person is going to leave. So even if you entered into the non-romantic connection is afraid, y'all get back together, or you start dating, you're still afraid the other person's going to leave. The ones in the romantic connection are afraid. I'm trying to talk on 2 different sides because I can feel the energies differently. You're still afraid that they're going to be the ones that leave. So you're really in your head about it and you're thinking about it because you actually have really deep feelings for this person, but you're not willing to admit it. Some of you may kind of admit it, but I'm just so anxious right now. I'm getting flushed. Can you see how red I'm getting? I'm getting, I have a tank top on under here. I'm not like flashing anybody. I'm getting flushed and anxious. And I feel like I'm going to hyperventilate if I don't take some deep breaths. Because I look at the warrior of water. That's like the Knight of Cups kind of thing. And then you have the 10 of Wands and the Tower. That's your subconscious. That's what you're so afraid of. It's all going to come crashing to an end. Well, it will if that's all you think about. Yeah, sure. Even if you're married, that's all you think about. This is all going to end. It's all such a burden. This whole thing's going to fall apart. Well, guess what? This whole thing's completely stable. Nothing's falling apart. And guess what? In ancient Egypt, the most precious thing ever was the blue lily, and that's in the middle of the tower. Think about that, Scorpio. That was a sign of peace. Only the gods have this. This is what actually united ancient Egypt when they had white lilies. You'd want the blue lily to unite the kingdom, to become in alignment. So maybe you're out of alignment and that's why you're so stressed. But if this is all you think about, that's what you'll bring. The only reason I'm showing you that is because you literally like are in hysterics and you're making me feel hysterical. So what I see is for those of you who are not in a connection, you have the Four Swords, which is Libra and Jupiter. And you have the 6 lilies. And like the 6 blue lotus flowers. I'm sorry, the lotus flowers were the ones that were really important to ancient Egypt. Which tells me you've been aligning yourself. You've been working on yourself. You've been bringing yourself into alignment. You've been healing yourself. Especially for those of you who you've broken up with this person. Those of you who are trying to attract this person. You're trying to center yourself. You're trying to make yourself vibrationally in alignment. Maybe to call this person in. Even if you don't know who this person is, you're trying to align this person because these are the symbols of alignment. And look, you have all this like crown chakra. These are all the indigo colors. And then up here you almost have like the sun setting. And the sun would be Ra, which was the god of ancient Egypt, right? So it would be like source, God, ancestors, your spirit guides, ascended masters, all that all-loving being. I'm just going to call it source to make it easy for all of us to understand. But here, you've taken time to either heal from having broken up, and if you're single, and if you've broken up, you've also taken time to really align yourself with who you really are, Scorpio, and what you really want and need and desire. And what matters to you in your heart. Because Libra is ruled by Venus. And Libra and Venus rules the home. It rules partnerships. It rules, because Libra rules the 7th house, which is partnerships. Venus rules love, beauty. But Libra really rules that house of partnerships. And the 4th house is the house of home. And it being ruled by Jupiter means it's expanding in you. Your alignment is expanding. Your understanding is expanding. Your abundance is growing. Your joy is growing. Your positive energy is growing. That's why you can see the white is getting stronger. Source is working with you. So yes, 4 of Swords we usually see is like, resting, healing, time to recover. Your energy's been withdrawn. But you're really healing here. For those of you in a romantic connection, I don't see you not talking to the person at all. I see you, and the number 6. So these are for those of you in a romantic connection. I see you aligning yourself as well. I see you meditating a lot and trying to understand, is this the right connection for you or not? The number 6 really stands out to me with the lotus flowers in terms of soulmate energy. So it makes me think of the 6 of Cups. Is this the person I'm supposed to be with? We really align on a lot of things, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually. So I see you meditating and thinking about that, and trying to listen to your intuition within your heart. What is it telling you? You're listening to your guides, you're listening to source, you're listening to everything around you. So you might not talk to this person every day, but you're in touch with them a lot, is what I'm getting. You have a high frequency with this person, I feel like, for those of you in a romantic connection. But I feel like, Scorpio, you are really trying to sort out deeply within yourself. Is this the right soulmate for me? Is this the right journey, the right path for me to take with this connection I'm in right now? That's what you're trying to decide. Or should I go down a different path? You then have 4 again, and 4 is a significant spiritual number as well. It also becomes an 8, and we're in the year of the 8, because 2024 becomes 8, which means the perfect alignment. And we were just talking about you being in alignment. And this is for all Scorpios. It's the perfect spiritual alignment between the materialistic world and the spiritual world. And I think you're also aligning with all of those things as well. So you have the 4 of Cups, which is the moon in Cancer. And traditionally it's shown as a man sitting by a tree. He has 3 cups in front of him, and like somebody's offering him a cup, and he's like, no. It's like, no, I don't want your love. But this one's very different. It's all 4 cups, and they're all, the energy feels different. And this is for those of you in a romantic connection. I'm feeling your energy first because I was just talking about you. It's like your love just keeps running over. I don't feel you pushing it away. It's actually bubbling up. I don't feel you pushing a cup away. And the crescent moon in ancient Egyptian times represented feminine energy. So if you're a male, it could mean you're desiring that female partner. If you're a woman, it means you are in your feminine energy. But I think it represented the god Isis, or Isis, if I'm saying it correctly. But it means fertility, femininity, it can mean partnership. So you're actually with the, ironically with that. When we think of other tarot cards, we think of the moon being our fear, our emotion, our intuition. But this crescent moon means something completely different in ancient Egyptian times. And look, when I look down at the 2 cups right here, each cup makes a perfect heart, which makes me think of soulmate energy. And each one has a single feather. So there's 2. And the feathers are very representative of ancient Egyptian times of what I believe pharaohs or like really high like nobility would wear in their caps. And there's only 2, just like the 2 of Cups, each with a heart rolling out with the blue for love. It's like there's 2 more additional cups of love both of you have together to create a baby from the fertility of the crescent moon. You have enough love between the 2 of you to create a baby. For those of you in a romantic connection, Scorpio, you're not refusing this love. You're fearful they're going to refuse your love. They don't. They already see you as a divine soulmate. It's right here. Because I see pregnancy right here with this bubble. Your love is so profound, you'll have a baby. For those of you in the romantic connection. You're just afraid that they're going to refuse it. That's why you're holding these 2 so close to you. You're so afraid. But you need to focus on the 2 of Cups down here and what that means. Especially since I'm reading from Egyptian cards. These are not traditional tarot. These are Thoth cards too. They're not made from the traditional tarot deck. So what their symbolism means is way more significant than how we traditionally read tarot cards. Now, for those of you who are in the other group that are either single or have been broken up, I'm getting Scorpio, you are okay, I get 2 different things. For the ones that are broken up, you are definitely going to hold back how you feel if you still have feelings for this person, because you definitely viewed them as a soulmate. For those of you who are just new and looking for love, you're completely wide open to finding your soulmate. And you have more love to give. Some of you are open to children, some of you are not. That's why the bubble's easy to pop. I'm hearing, come drink my sweet tea. Like this is like some kind of like cocktail or something. Like you're offering someone a drink. Come drink from my cup. Sweet cup of tea is what I'm hearing. That's for the ones who are not in romantic connections. And look how interesting that is. You're completely turned away from you being in the... So I don't think... So that's why I said those of you who are in romantic connections, I don't think you're not communicating, because look, you've got your back to it. You're definitely talking to the person you're in a connection with. You're not just completely isolated by yourself. You're definitely in communication with this person. Doesn't mean you don't take time out and like do your own thing, but you're not completely isolated and not having no communication. Plus, this card is facing the Lovers, which I'll talk about in a minute. After I talk about 2 other cards. So right below these 2 cards, we have the Hermit, which is Virgo's major arcana. And you can see how dark this deck is. You can barely see him, but by the light. And all I see is indigo and the light from the Star card. So I definitely think for those of you who may have broken up, you may have completely withdrawn your energy from that person for a while. Whoa, that's crazy. This deck has 2 Tower cards. How insane is that? I thought it did because I've used this deck before and I've seen a different Tower card. But yeah, this deck really does have 2 Tower cards. That's crazy to me. Sorry, that's off track. I just am blown away by that. So I'm looking for the Star card because the Hermit needs the star to light his path. So for those of you who are broke up, Scorpios, I feel like you actually completely withdrew your energy for a while from the person to recover. You had to heal. You had to, I'm hearing, mend your heart. You had to rest. You needed to go on your own journey to, oh man, yeah. Yeah, to better understand yourselves is what I'm hearing. This makes so much sense. So you have the Ace of Wands, which is total like attraction, understanding, clarity, and the importance is to note is like the sun god is up here setting behind the pyramid, Ra. And you have the lotus flower here. And the snakes are very symbolic in ancient Egyptian times. So you're very attracted to this person if you are not in the connection or if you are in the connection. Either way, you're extremely attracted to this person. Here's the Star card, which is Aquarius Major Arcana. And you feel like they are, look how different looking this Star card is compared to all the Star cards. That's how you feel they are. They're the most like unique, unconventional, out there being you've ever encountered, and you're so attracted to them. They draw you in. See? That's you, Scorpio. And then you're not used to that. You're the one who draws people to you. But this person is really drawing you in. And that's what scares you. That's what you don't like. But they're your beacon of light on your journey. Because you withdrew your energy. All of you did. Ones in connections and ones who are not in connections. Maybe you withdrew your energy over here because you were sick and couldn't talk for a while. Maybe you had to go on a business trip. But for whatever reason, all Scorpios, you withdrew your energy for a while. Meaning you didn't see each other for a while, you didn't talk for a while, or your talking was very minimal. But the whole time, especially for the people in the romantic connections, this is how they thought of you. They were so attracted to you. You lit up everything. You were their beacon that they kept thinking about, dreaming about, fantasizing about. You lit their path to their heart, their way home. But you had to be, for whatever reason, Source had to have you separated. The universe did. Oh, how ironic. We have the Five of Cups with it. And all they did was miss you and long for you. They, Scorpio, all you did was miss them and long for them. Those of you in a connection, those of you who were not in a connection, you had to, they drew you in, you were so attracted, and this is everything you wanted. And then you had to go away, you had to walk away, you had to heal to find new love, new hope, yourself, love for yourself. For those of you who are Scorpios who are single looking for love, you need love for self first before you can even love anybody else. So you just are using the star right now to find your way to the Two of Cups. And you're almost there, because look at that. How ironic is that? The Hermit was walking right to the two of, where I see for the single Scorpios, the Two of Cups. And also for those in connections. So that's why. But I feel like it doesn't matter if you were, what Scorpio group you fell into. The energy was withdrawn for a little while. And then you end up over here with the Seven of Pentacles, which is Taurus and Jupiter. And I find this really fascinating. So, Scorpio, while you were in this like hermit mode, doesn't matter which group you fall into, you emerge. You figured out how to manifest, how to get what you want, because look how much you're glowing behind this. But this right here is very symbolic in ancient Egyptian times. This is what they built for people to stand on when they came back. Like, it's like you went through this huge spiritual transformation with the star card leading the way to stand on when they came back. When you're in a new energy, when you've been reborn, when you're back from a new life. So it's to help stabilize you, to give you the steadiness you need to be strong. And that's what you need with the Seven of Pentacles, because it's like, okay, well, the Seven of Pentacles means I've planted my seed, now I wait. So you need the stability because you're in the new energy. And look, Source is all behind you because you've planted your manifestation. And you have these two major staffs that only kings and queens and high nobility really kind of had. So it's really fascinating to me. You emerged anew. And still in white. So look what you left. Then you went to become the Hermit. And then you came back in this whole new revitalized energy, knowing how to manifest what you want. And you're like, okay, I know what I want now. So you end up with Gemini, the Lovers. And this is like a huge blessing in the ancient Egyptian era, especially with the two, let me get the right name, 1 second. Okay, so this represents also, can be like the sun, it can be the sun setting or rising. But there's two of them, one for the man and one for the woman. And again, signs of high nobility or pharaohs would wear these kinds of hats. But what's more important are these two things called the Youre cobra symbol. And that was an object that embodied magical powers and would offer protection. So it was a very big deal. So it means as the Lovers, you are divinely protected and watched over by the sun god Ra, and two of these, one for each of you. From ancient Egyptian perspective. So those of you who are not in a connection, your manifestation is working and you will end up with the right lover for you. Those of you who are in a romantic connection, you could stop the fear because you'll just create more fear and more tower moments. You've already manifested your lover and they're right here in front of you. If this is the person you want to be with, you don't need to keep bringing in fear. You've already had separation with this person, and it was fine. This person isn't going anywhere. You are both divinely protected from ancient Egyptian times, even. And you seem to be a really good match, honestly. And paired with this is the Nine of Pentacles. And again, we have more of the lotus flowers and 2 to bloom, meaning you already have 4, and we saw 4s over here. So we have 444, which is a big symbol in terms of an angelic number. But you have the white and pink ones and 2 more to bloom. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me you have so much happiness financially and stability-wise as the Lovers, which the colors actually kind of match each other. Here in the 3D world, that Source is really kind of concerned why you're so stressed. They're saying, for those of you who are not in a connection, love is coming because this is what you manifested. You manifested abundance. Abundance is coming. Either one is coming. If you want both are coming. They might not come at the same time. Maybe you'll get abundance first. Maybe you'll get love first. But both are coming. So you don't need to worry because your manifestation's already working. You're glowing. Now, you're going to all be different in these timelines. But it's already in your favor. Maybe you're just, with your lover and the money's coming next. For those of you in the romantic connection. These buds can also represent children if you want children. But those of you in a connection, it's here. Maybe together you're working on the manifestation of what do we want in terms of abundance. How do we define it? Is it a home? Is it marriage? Is it children? But all of you have already gone through this or are going through this. But those of you who've already gone through it in the romantic side, survived it. It didn't matter, Scorpio, that you pulled your energy away. The person never left. So you need to get out of this fear-based mode. Because if the more fear you have, the more anxiety that I kept feeling of like, they're going to leave, I'm going to be left out. If I let go, I'm going to lose them. This more fear you keep creating, Scorpio, the more fear you're going to actually generate. The more the risk, the more you keep thinking, I'm going to lose them, you will lose them. Remember, everything is energy. So the more you think it, the more you create it. The more you think, this person's amazing. I love this person. I'm so grateful this person's in my life. The more you create that. The more you think, I have so much fun with this person and I'm happy and we laugh. The more you create that. The more you think, oh, this person's my soulmate and I really enjoy being with them. The more you create that. But it's not just thinking. It's actually the feeling, that true emotional feeling of it. That's what matters. That's matter. But it's the feeling. It's the true emotional feeling, Scorpio, that matters. And we know you can feel very deeply. So the more you can stay in that vibrational of that emotional feeling, the positive feeling, the more you send that out, the more it comes back to you. The more you send out the negative feeling, the more that comes back to you. So you get to drive it. It's your life. You drive the path you want. But I see most of you, I think, are in this manifestation mode. Single in the connection or not in a connection. Either way, love and money or abundance, however you define money, right, is coming for you. And happiness and love and joy. So just stop the anxiety, Scorpio. Stop this. I'm stuck. I'm anxious. I don't know what to do. I'm in here alone and they're out there and they're going to leave me. Stop the fear. They're not leaving you. You left to go do what you had to do and they didn't leave, did they? So you don't need to worry. For those of you in a connection, those of you not in a connection, you may never even have to experience that. So don't worry. You're just trying to call on the right love for you. So just focus on that. Go do your own thing, Scorpio. The right people will show up for you at the right time. Just get in that energy. I hope this is helpful. Feel free to leave a comment or a question if you have anything. The most important thing to do is just get into the manifestation mode. Once you understand that, the world is your oyster, Scorpio. You can create anything you want. It's your world, your reality. That's all you have to understand. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.